The war! What a word. The war between strata managers and property managers. We're going to talk about it. Stay tuned.
I'm the ringleader, so listen up.
Heads up. This is an education. We've brought on Cleo Whitty, expert property manager of Australia. How are ya?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good, thanks. We had a bit of a tough start this morning, all of us.
Yep, but we're here. We're ready. Here to entertain you.
We're here. Now, this is a side of the story that people don't normally see or they're not really part of. So we wanted to bring this on air because there is a lot of work that's done behind the scenes that, owners and tenants and landlords and property occupants of strata are not exposed to, but it's real, it's out there, it's happening. Now, first of all, I think we've got to clear this up. That a strata manager is not a property manager. Can you explain, Cleo, what a strata manager actually does?
Well, a strata manager is hired by the building, all the owners in the building. They have a strata manager that manages all the common property, and also they're a mediator between all the owners. So just like a property manager would deal with one owner, a strata manager has a whole committee and team that they deal with.
Sounds like hard work.
It is.
It is. How's Athena going?
I've locked her downstairs, so she's crying out. Sorry everybody this morning.
Oh my God. Now, so Cleo, with the property manager, there's an interface between the property manager and the strata manager. So the property manager, a typical request coming through, that you would convey to a property manager, what would that look like?
So strata managers, when they deal with fire safety inspections and things like compliancy, which they deal with a lot, they would email the property manager, and then we have to advise them, the owner and also the tenant. And it's usually an interaction to do with access, because they don't have access to the tenants. We have access to the tenants, and we communicate via email in that respect. When we contact a strata manager, it's usually because there's a problem. We need something to get fixed, and we need the body corporate and executive committee to pay for it. Otherwise, if it's not to do with common property, then our owner fixes it and we just get it done. But if it's common property and it's something to do with the body corporate and it's an expense that all the owners pay, then we have to go through strata.
So allow me to use an example of the balcony. You look up on your balcony outside and you can see all the paint coming off, needs a repaint. So the tenant will come back and say, look, it's not looking very good. Or on a routine inspection, we would identify it's not looking very good. We would tell the owner, the landlord, and the landlord will say, can you please get this fixed by strata? So I think what should be said in the war between property managers and strata managers is that there's a shit ton of compliance in order to get this work done, this money spent. There's a chain of command which is very long.
Yeah, totally. It's who's going to pay. And an owner is not going to say, well, just get it done if it's covered through strata, because they pay a lot in strata fees as well, and they want to know whether it's covered. And then the property manager, the sheer frustration of us not being able to get what we need done quickly for whatever reason, whether it's building works, leaks, You know, things like that. It's tough. It gets very, very annoying to have to wait. Like you said, the chain of command, it has to come through. And of course, it's not a case of just set and forget. You send one email and you go, oh, okay, they're going to do it, done. This could go on for months. It can go on for weeks and weeks and weeks on end because the owners don't agree. They want 5 quotes, 6 quotes, depending on what it is. And then we've got the tenant jumping up and down. They need something done quickly, or the owner. And, you know, you call the strata manager and they're not there sometimes, as we aren't as well. But yeah, that's where the war is. It's trying to get to that end goal, and you're in the trenches for days on end.
And you're taking the bullets.
We take the bullets. The tenant's like, oh, you're useless, you're not getting anything done. Or the owners are like, this is, what am I paying strata for? And you guys, I want this done now, it's damaging my property. And you're like, I'm trying, like, sure enough for me to get in the car and just drive there and go, look, I want to speak to who's do I need to talk to get this done? But it's not like that. And it's tough for strata managers as well, because they might have one owner on the committee that can't afford what they want, or whatever. They don't want their, you know, levies going up or whatever, if it's a big job, and they all drag their feet, and it can get really annoying, I'm sure, for strata managers as well. Like, we feel you as well. But yeah.
So, what does a good strata manager look like, and what does a bad one look like?
I think the best experiences I have with strata managers is just that they pick up the phone and they allow you to talk to them. Strata managers have this thing where they don't talk to tenants, which is fair enough. Sometimes the tenant might try and, you know, go through the motions of cutting in the line and go straight to the strata manager themselves, and they don't deal with tenants. So calling a strata manager a lot of the time is you just leave a message, which is really annoying, because you just want to say, look, this is what's happening. Can you just act on it as soon as you can? For whatever reason, the tenant might have special needs or this or that, and you just want to convey a message rather than write a long-winded email with the strata plan in the subject. You know, you've got to have the subject strata plan in the email and all this compliance. You just want to pick up the phone and say, hey, and that's probably the hardest thing for us. So when you do actually pick up, you know, I'll look at Leah, my sister, sometimes I'm like, yes, I got her on the phone, and then I'll just get it done. Like, you know, the bad ones you don't hear from.
So what's the average of, if you call a strata manager, what's the odds of getting a call back? What are if you're an odds person?
Oh, look, I wouldn't be betting. If I was a betting man, I wouldn't bet on this one. I probably, out of 100 calls, I might get, I don't know, 10 back, something like that. You know, it's email after email, and then if your email's not answered, then you pick up the phone. And then sometimes if you're old like me, 15 years or in the business, I don't mess with the emails. I just try and get on the phone. I'm just like, keep calling.
Just hammer it. So it's really a game of communication, and there's I guess with strata, and I do feel for strata managers, they are organized people. They are shrouded with compliance and opinions from other people. They're trying to manage 12 personalities. If there's 2 personalities in each home, there's 24 personalities in a block of 12. If it's a bigger block, there can be hundreds of personalities they're trying to juggle. They're trying to get the job done, but they're trying to make everyone happy. They don't want to get fired. Every 12 months they get voted to continue with that strata. So they want to stay on everyone's side. And then you've got building compliance, like the fire audits and stuff that's going on at the moment. It's a tough job. It is a tough job. But what I'm hearing from you, Cleo, is, you know, if you can have a really good communication, an open line, it gets shit done better and frustrate people less.
Yeah, that's right. And even to just say, you know, I've emailed everyone in the committee, you know, they've asked for another quote, whatever. That way I can say to the tenant, it's going to take a bit longer when you're dealing with a lot of owners. It's not as simple as just getting a simple thing fixed. And then the understanding is there and the frustration is minimized. But yeah, at the same time, I do feel for strata managers. I know, having been to a few of the meetings myself in one, my investment property, it's difficult trying to get everybody on board. That's for sure.
And Cleo, these guys are a little bit like the mafia. You
heard the strata mafia, for sure. There's definitely a wall there that you can't get through.
They're a bit like the cartel. Now, I'm joking about this, but there is a part of it where it's not like there's the window in DY, just walk into the office. Every building in New South Wales, generally, they don't self-manage much. Buildings, generally, they have a strata manager. So these strata managers are housed somewhere in New South Wales.
Bunkers.
They're bunkers. They're in bunkers. They don't market themselves. They're not like real estate agents where they put themselves on boards. If anything, they're very they're a quiet bunch.
They're like the stonemasons. The stonemason buildings. You never see anyone go in or out. What is in there? Nobody knows.
Oh no, the Masonites. The Masonites. Yeah. In COLLAROY, there's the Masonites building. They're not stonemasons. I'll explain it off.
Masonites. That's what I meant. You know what I meant.
Masonites. They really are. They really are. And I think that makes it a little bit more great to bring something like that on air today, so people can go, right, yeah, strata managers. Okay, yeah, now I sort of get what they do. And then that interaction between property managers and strata managers is we're airing the washing out a little bit.
I hope I don't have any strata leaks today after this podcast this morning, because I might just not get an answer for what I've been saying.
You know what? I think for any strata managers watching this, I think the awareness that we're putting on today is great, because people can get a little bit more understanding of the flow and the workload and what's necessary. So it's good to put it out there. Thank you so much for coming on air, Miss Cleo. Anything else you want to add out of today?
No, not really. Just yeah, we're all here to do a job. We're trying to get the best for everybody done, and yeah, as long as you have that in your heart the whole time, it'll work out. It'll all work out. You're a legend, Cleo. Thank you very much for coming on. I hope we helped you guys out there today on Strata Managers. See ya. Bye.